signs in the sun, moon, and stars. Here we are, back exploring the constellation of Sagittarius, the White Horse Rider. Let's dig deeper. Okay, we're going to heavenspeak.blogspot.com, and we're going to break this section probably into two parts. Sagittarius is going to be a multiple part series, as the sun is in Sagittarius now, and we want to make sure we break down all the signs and help the family to gain more understanding from multiple perspectives of this house called Sagittarius. Okay, let's get a little bit of size here. The heavens proclaim the glory of God. The Redeemer's triumph. Sagittarius. Genesis 1:14 and 15. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. Here we see a projected on the plane of the ecliptic. This is the northern view of the constellations. Above the chart from the Lost Constellation testifies of Christ by John C. Pratt. And here is the link for those of you who are not going to go to Heaven Speak Blogspot. You can go and visit johnpratt.com and you can see his charts. They are amazing. The final chapter in the book of the first coming is Sagittarius, the Archer. Toxotes, the Archer in Greek. Kesith, the Archer in Hebrew and Syriac. Al-Qas, the Arrow in Arabic. Pomare, graciousness, or the beauty of coming forth in Egyptian. Nun-Ki, prince of the earth in Akkadian or ancient Babylonian. And Nun-Ki is one of the stars that we talked about with the sun aligning, and that star, when the sun aligns, is like Sagittarius pulling the bow to shoot the arrow. Sagittarius is pictured as a centaur, half man and half horse. In his arms, the man is holding a bow and drawing back an arrow upon the string. The arrow is aimed at Antares, the bright star in the very center of Scorpio, the scorpion. The constellation depicts a centaur as an old Egyptian hieroglyph in the zodiac of Dendera. Beneath the rear foot reads Chem, he conquers. The image of Sagittarius was in the temple of Babylon from primeval times. In Greek mythology, Sagittarius is identified as a centaur, half human, half horse. The Babylonians identified Sagittarius as the god Pabilsag, which had wings and a lion's head. And now you know what the Babylonians were projecting with all of those lions which had wings. The prominent stars are Al-Naim, Hebrew, the gracious one. Nehushta, Hebrew, for going or sending forth. Terebalim, Hebrew, for sent forth swiftly. Al-Shaula, Arabic for the dart. Rukba Urame, Arabic for the riding of the bowman. Others have names denoting delight, grace, and speed. Al-Warida, Arabic for who comes forth. Rukba or Rama, Arami, Arabic for the riding of the bowman. I think they mistakenly did that twice. We find these images in Psalms 45, 4 and 5. In our majesty, ride out to victory, defending truth, humility, and justice. Go forth to perform awe-inspiring deeds. Your arrows are sharp, piercing your enemy's heart. The nations fall beneath your feet. Psalm 64, 7 and 8. But God himself will shoot them with his arrows, suddenly striking them down. Their own tongues will ruin them, and all who see them will shake. The message thus far is that a mighty one who comes swiftly, riding upon a gray horse, armed with a bow, with his arrow aimed at his heart of his enemy, he is coming swiftly and with mighty, vengeful power, even though he is also seen to be both gracious and blessed of God. Sagittarius is thus a perfectly clear reflection of the dual-natured God-man, Jesus Christ, who possessed two natures in one body, possesses all wisdom, all goodness, and all righteousness, who is going to come swiftly, armed as a warrior, to defeat his enemy, Satan, and to undo or destroy all the works of the devil. 1 John 3:8. He will not rest until all his enemies are under his feet. He will not rest until all his enemies are under his feet. This is amplified in the accompanying deacons of Lyra, Ara, and Draco. Remember what time we are in, family. John, in Revelation 6:2, sees the same mighty conqueror going forth. I looked up and saw a white horse standing there, its rider carrying a bow, and a crown was placed in his head. He rode out to win many battles and to gain the victory. This is precisely what is foreshadowed in the star-pictured sign Sagittarius. All right, we're going to come back for another part. Thanks for joining us.